Hello, Virgo. Welcome back to Virgo. So, something about February feels different, doesn't it? Like the air itself is charged with potential. Like love, in whatever form it's meant to take for you, is closer than it's been in a long time. Uh, what I'm channeling for this month, it's making my heart race. The energy around love in February 2026 is electric, transformative, and if you're here right now, you're part of that current. Let's see what this energy brings. I'm sensing arrivals, not just people walking into your life, but the right people, the ones who match your frequency, who see you clearly, who aren't intimidated by your depth or put off by your standards. For some of you, this could be someone entirely new. For others, it might be someone already in your world finally stepping forward in a different way. Hold on, let's sit with this for a moment. February carries this energy of revelation. Like masks are coming off, pretenses are dissolving, and what's left is raw, honest, vulnerable truth. And in that truth, there's intimacy, real intimacy, the kind that can't be faked or forced. I don't want to make promises about what will definitely happen, but I do want you to understand that the conditions are ripe. The universe is creating space, opening pathways, removing obstacles. What you do with that space, that's where your power lives. I'm picking up on communication this month. Words that have been held back finally being spoken, confessions, admissions, conversations that change the entire dynamic between two people. And here's what's interesting: the courage to have those conversations might not come from where you expect. It might be the quieter person who speaks first, the one who usually holds back, who suddenly can't hold back anymore. Are you that person? Or are you waiting for someone else to go first? Here I feel a slightly different energy. For those of you who've been healing from heartbreak, who've been closed off, who've been protecting yourselves behind walls of "I'm fine alone," February might soften you. Not in a way that makes you weak, in a way that makes you available again. And availability isn't the same as desperation. It's readiness, it's openness, it's saying yes to possibility without guaranteeing outcome. Let's talk about attraction for a second, because what I'm sensing this month isn't surface level chemistry, it's deeper than that. Soul recognition, the kind where you look at someone and something ancient in you whispers, "Oh, there you are." And that recognition could happen in the most ordinary moments: a coffee shop, a work meeting, a friend's gathering, scrolling through an app you almost deleted. The universe doesn't always announce itself with fanfare. Sometimes it just quietly rearranges your life. I'm also picking up on clarity around what you actually want. Like maybe you've been confused, going back and forth, questioning whether you even want partnership right now, whether you're ready, whether anyone could really meet you where you are. But February might bring certainty to that confusion. And the certainty could go either way, realizing you do want love and you're ready to pursue it, or realizing you genuinely need more time alone, and that's perfectly valid. Both are valuable realizations. Both move you forward. Let's see, what else is here? I'm sensing reconciliation energy for some of you. Not necessarily going back to someone from your past, but reconciling different parts of yourself, the part that wants independence and the part that craves partnership. The part that's been hurt and the part that still believes in love, when those parts stop fighting each other, when they integrate, that's when you become magnetic in a completely new way. And magnetism isn't about trying, it's about alignment, being so clear in who you are that the right people can't help but notice. I'm also picking up on physical attraction this month, like chemistry that's undeniable, the kind that makes your stomach flip, that creates tension in the best way, that reminds you your body is alive and responsive and capable of feeling. And for those who've been numb for a while, that awakening could be intense. But here's what I need to say: chemistry alone isn't enough. It's wonderful, it's necessary, even. But sustainable love requires more than just physical pull, it requires emotional availability, shared values, compatible visions. So if you feel that spark this month, enjoy it, but also pay attention to what else is there or what's missing. What are you no longer willing to compromise on when it comes to love? Has that list changed recently? Here I feel something about self love as a foundation. Like the quality of love you attract this February is directly connected to how you've been treating yourself, the boundaries you've set, the standards you've maintained, the healing you've done. You can't bypass that work and expect healthy partnership. But if you have done that work, February might show you exactly why it mattered. I'm also sensing dates, actual romantic dates. Whether you're meeting someone new or deepening something existing, there's energy around intentional time together. Candlelit dinners, long walks, conversations that stretch past midnight. Moments where you're fully present with another person, not distracted, not performing, just there. And presence is the greatest gift you can give or receive. Let's talk about vulnerability for a moment, because I'm sensing that February is asking you to be brave in your honesty, to say what you feel instead of playing games, to ask for what you want instead of hoping someone guesses. And that's terrifying, I know, because vulnerability means risk. It means potential rejection. It means standing in your truth even when your voice shakes. But it's also the only path to real connection. You can't build intimacy on pretense. I'm picking up on something else. Some of you might experience a moment this month where you have to choose between what's comfortable and what's right for you, a familiar pattern or a new possibility. Someone who's easy but unfulfilling, or someone who challenges you to grow. And the choice might not be obvious. Both options could have merit. Both could offer something valuable, but only one aligns with who you're becoming. And deep down, you know which one that is. Here, I feel energy around timing. Like February could bring encounters that feel fated, where the timing is so perfect it almost seems orchestrated. You're in the right place at the right time. You say yes to an invitation you almost declined. You stay 5 minutes longer than planned. And those 5 minutes change everything. Pay attention to impulses this month, not reckless ones, but those quiet nudges to go somewhere, talk to someone, try something different. I'm also sensing healing through connection. Like someone you meet or grow closer to this month might reflect back to you parts of yourself you'd forgotten, remind you of your capacity for joy, for playfulness, for softness. And that reminder could be medicinal because sometimes we don't realize how hardened we've become until someone makes us feel safe enough to soften. Let's see what else needs to come through. I'm picking up on celebration, like something worth celebrating happens in your love life this month. Maybe it's an anniversary, a commitment, a first kiss, a declaration, a resolution after conflict. Whatever it is, it feels like progress, like movement in the right direction, like evidence that love in whatever form is alive in your life. And you deserve to celebrate that, even if it's small, even if it's just a beginning. I also want to address expectations because February might not give you the exact picture you've been visualizing. The person might not look how you imagined. The situation might unfold differently than your fantasies. But different doesn't mean wrong. Sometimes the universe knows better than our limited imaginations what we actually need. Are you attached to a specific outcome? Or can you stay open to being surprised? Here's something else I'm sensing. Some of you might need to let go of someone this February in order to make room for what's coming. Not necessarily a dramatic ending, but a gentle release, an acknowledgement that certain connections have served their purpose. And that release, though bittersweet, could be exactly what creates space. Closure is a form of self love. I'm also picking up on long distance possibilities. For some, love this month might involve travel, or meeting someone who lives elsewhere, or reconnecting with someone across miles. And while distance presents challenges, it also reveals what's real. What survives space and time is worth paying attention to. Let me ask you, something is less than hash zero. 5 hash is greater than what would make this February feel successful in love for you. Not perfect, not fairy tale, just meaningful, true. Because if you can name that, you can recognize it when it appears. I'm sensing that the end of February carries different energy than the beginning. Like you might enter the month with certain expectations and exit it with completely different understanding, more wisdom, more clarity, more peace. And that evolution is the real gift. Not any specific person or outcome, but who you become through the process. As I'm closing this reading, I want to leave you with this. February 2026 is a chapter, not the whole book, not the ending, just a chapter. And what happens in this chapter could be beautiful, could be challenging, could be transformative, or it could be quiet. And quiet months have their own value, but whatever unfolds, meet it with an open heart. Not a naive one, not an unprotected one, but an open one because love, real love, requires openness. And you've been doing the work to be ready for that. Now let February show you what's possible. Thank you for being here. If this resonated, share in the comments what are you calling into your love life this February? What intention are you setting? This is your month. Live it fully